mental.
Yeah.
It's it's somewhat relating to old age.
Yeah, it's
but when we were
your
saying
30s.
it's saying that there are really some heroes that when you add contrast to it, like if you compare Ling to Thams,
Yeah.
I mean, Ling is more mechanically demanding compared to the Thams. But there are, of course, some balancing onto the heroes, pros and cons for that part. But I would agree on that one. I have this term called they're easy heroes to really pull off.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter whether they're easy or not. If they're impactful, they're impactful.
Yes,
there
that's
are
right.
those kind of heroes, really. Impactful heroes that are easy to use. You get Chango, you get Thams. I would even dare say, actually, the Esmeralda is...
Esmeralda and Uranus falls in that category,
easy
honestly.
hero, yeah. And yeah, look at this. Execration. Speaking of Esmeralda, Uranus, Execration has a first pick advantage. Look at that.
That's right. So they banned the Yuzong instead. And the
Esmeralda ban.
Yeah. So this is Harith. Execration is really affected by that game number 1 loss against the Harith from NXP Solid. But again, this is a brawl, and we're talking about everybody just taking away.
And they're laughing. Look at Zap. Zap is laughing there. On the ban on the Alice.
Oh my, an instant ban on the Alice, but instant as it may go, there's the Farsa from Execration, duly answered by NXP Solid with the Kufra. Are they gonna go Kufra Ling now?
Eto Max Farsa.
Okay.
I mean, Farsa is actually a top tier hero pick right now.
Yeah.
In PH. I'm not so sure if the #1 support right now is
There it is.
Selena or whether Farsa, because Selena always gets banned.
That's
but
right.
I really feel Farsa is.
Yeah.
I mean, some are arguing that Farsa is the #1 support right now.
That's right. I know, and I agree with them.
Yeah.
And there it is, the Kufra Ling that we're talking about. Now Execration can answer this with their Cho or something that explodes, less explosive than Thams, perhaps. And there's the Atlas!
They're going for the Atlas.
Here we
Here
go.
we go. Chak New Hero. Now online, Execration is taking on a better form. NXP, this is going to be it. MB or maybe Renergy.
Yeah.
For the Khalid, now they will start targeting the core hero of Execration. They might start eyeing onto Hate, but Zapnus hero is still going to be available. They're going to be removing that uncle hero, Thams, ladies and gentlemen.
So now with the Atlas for Execration, it kind of reveals that this is absolutely a side lane Cho. And it also makes
Benny
sense.
Cutie Cho, without doubt. That's Benny Cutie Cho.
Impact, where impact is asked for.
This guy has his hands burning right now.
Oh,
I'm very sure he has the momentum. He is the obvious MVP for that game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it totally boosted his morale. I'm very sure
definitely.
Benny Cutie.
For NXP, banning out the Lunox this time. And then all those hate specials. And they know that the Lunox might be a problem in the side lanes. Maybe to be controlled by Zapnu in there as the lane stabilizer. We're looking at those heroes. I'm looking at the ban on something like a Chango now for Execration, or evidently the Valier. Valier was
Chester hero. Yeah.
a good Jester hero indeed.
Loyi is still available here. You get PNK still online for the side of NXP.
They need a side lane stabilizer again. A wave clear for NXP Solid. I think that they learned their lesson previously. So I'm looking at Chango for the side lanes.
Yeah, Django.
Something along the lines of Alice, but not Alice, because obviously Alice is banned out. You need the mage in the side lanes. And NXP Solid might be... Okay, so it's just gonna catch it now. All in on the physical damage.
Execration start going with Django, just with this. But
yeah, but they also already have the Farsa, so this is probably why not they're considering it. That's why.
But we're still lacking a side lane here for Execration.
Yisenchin is available, but that might not be the best for NXP Solid. There's Gatal Cash to start the jump from NXP. There's a lot of ways for them to peel to the backline, so instead they go Lancelot and Export.
Very, very stable comp here for Execration. All right.
And Execration game number 3 decided that they will not be as gambling.
That is a very safe lineup. Yeah.
Very safe. I don't like the Lancelot, however. But this is only because of the fact that NXP Solid picked up a very dive composition. But now, maybe they go Liwei now. Instead, they go Kagura. So it's almost the same. You have that big AoE team fight. And you also have a little bit of wave clear in the end.
Yeah. I'm worrying actually about the Lancelot here onto Hate. I mean, the most explosive player I still see, and a more stable player on the Lancelot would be on H2, would fall to the hands of H2. Even full clip might be more stable, and even Drix. Hate, my doubts on Hate is still not yet cleared. Not to mention, Chester has a nice
Still
pick down.
anticipated. And there's Kufra
Yeah.
that I always feel is a good counter against the Lancelot.
Yes, yes. You could just layer, wait out one Tornadros, wait out one Puncture, and you could flicker ult.
That's right.
That's the thing about the Kufra. Not to here's the thing. I think one of the edge heroes here for Execration would be the Farsa.
Yeah.
And also Benecutis Cho. I always have have very high expectation of Benecutis Cho. But yeah, we forgot we got Chakno here.
Chakno
and the Atlas.
special.
All right. So this might be it. It might be a nice saving grace here for Execration because we did mention that upon revealing the first 3 picks, Execration is taking on a good form, right?
That's right.
But I'm gonna be sticking on to my prediction. I would still stick with NXP.
All right. Nevertheless, Shinbu, what I do like about Execration is that they have this Atlas, and there's no Purify for NXP Solid.
Yes, that's the problem.
However, NXP Solid, they still have Khalid, a very good anti-all-in strategy in our next day Solid. Obviously with the sustain. Nevertheless, I want to see how Hate will use this Lancelot in a game that he will not be as comfortable in.
Indeed. And NXP has a good read on the disruption being done here by Chaknu. It is going to be a bit of a slow game, totally early game, but don't worry. I'm very sure we have a very bloody fight, considering the lineups here, considering the teams.
Yeah.
Execration, we just need to be careful of the team fights. Earlier, we keep on mentioning that NXP has a nice early game. I'm just curious about the post-game banter for this.
What would you call this matchup?
Is it totally bad blood? I would say
bad
blood.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's
Totally bad blood.
so bad blood
Yeah.
number 2 is coming in a few weeks' time.
Yeah. We could maybe name the second matchup so Unforgiven, something
Oh,
like that.
my.
So hardcore, right? Something edgy, maybe.
Something edgy more.
Because
right?
that's what's happening right now between these two teams.
Okay. So a standard setup for both teams, and Execration is leading in terms of gold. That's what you get from a massive wave clear.
Very
But they do have
tendencies here for NJ. Always staying off the back line. But that's the
Oh,
setup. That's
Hate.
the call for setup here. For NXP, that's what I'm talking about.
they get baited in.
That's kind of what I'm talking about,
So
Hate.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the thing with Lancelot is that if you land your dashes, which is considered as the Phantom Execution, in your what do you call puncture? There it is. You can infinitely go to your use your dash. But if your opponents group up and they're in range of one dash, that's considered already
One dash. Just
one dash, no reset.
On two targets, right?
Exactly.
No reset. Yeah, that's
so
the thing.
NXP, what they did on that first blood is that they said, okay, the boat is sinking, let's group ourselves into 3.
Yeah.
And that spelled the doom for Hate. Hate had an angle, but he did not realize that NXP Solid can outplay him there.
Yeah, I actually love the hero design on Lancelot. It's like a beautiful duelist. He likes taking these triangle formations, not just in the form of the Tornadros, but on the puncture.
That's right.
Again, the more spread out the targets are, the better for him.
Yeah.
That makes his dash, that gives more sense on his dash. And Maxir gets caught out. And that's what we're talking. I mean, not what we're talking about, but those are quite the easy pickups there by NXP without any conversion on Execration.
I wonder if Execration have exhausted all of their adrenaline after all those pauses and those remakes, because that's a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes, particularly that jump from E to max, and you cannot afford that in the early stages of the game. Oh no!
Very, very interesting play the sync between these two teams. You got here Chaknu dance around with his own Fatal Links. It forces Benecutie to walk. It forces the Blade of Tempest to the H2 here by Benecutie onto the side. Hate was able to get a kill. I'm not so sure, but of course he gets killed as well by H2. 1 for 1, ladies and gentlemen, but overall a 4 for 1 in favor still of NXP.
No, man, this is very scrappy from Execration.
Yeah.
And nevertheless, this is Execration anyways, right? This is what you expect.
What you expect from a game of Execration.
These guys.
Yeah, that's why we're not so surprised on the early mistakes, right?
Early game mistakes.
Yeah, and the problem here is that we cannot really say if this continues on, Execration will be losing because that's not always the case for Execration.
Oh, I kind of want to say that Execration did use an early game composition in game number 2, and Roger said he's on a timer.
Yeah.
And they still won it after not having a control in the early stages of the game. I will dare say that
my
it's
God.
literally the same this time in game number 1.
Yeah.
Execration
Oh my God.
needs to win the early game.
Yeah. Just a quick look onto the items. I was
Oh,
looking into.
no,
All right,
Yawi.
let's go for the play-by-play here, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be Atlas though falling down quickly. Renegade zones out everyone. Actually, just one Etomax with that Avatar of Guardian. I just want to emphasize.
Yeah.
5-minute mark. Actually, we got the Clock of Destiny bot onto Chester. That was an early lead there for a support.
dear.
That is big burst there for Chester. Added
4
to his
assists.
combo. Added to his combo. He got the,
Flame
the
shot.
flame shot.
The 4 assists allows him to be so
Yeah,
farm at this.
yes.
Renegade might even survive this, and indeed he
He
will.
will. He got the turtle on.
The shield. Oh, wow. Okay.
Man.
So Nexplay Solid is definitely on the roll now.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I mean,
I
if you're
will
looking
say-
into the numbers, that's next place control already.
man, this is really scary for Execration.
Yeah.
They are so dependent on winning this early game, and
Yeah.
they need to steamroll. They don't
Yeah.
have the right tools
Look
in
at
the late
that.
game, apart from their Chaknu ultimate, which is the Atlas Fatal Links. But apart from that, they might find it incredibly hard against the lineup of NXP Solid.
Execration always plays with a miracle, and it will require a miracle to win this one. Look
Oh.
at that. That might be the fourth death. On the
Whoa!
8-8. Full combo here by Nexplay. Puts in the P to perfect execution. Ladies and gentlemen, against Execration, you got Chaknu getting destroyed there. And the only ray of hope is not there for the party. It is going to be Benny Cutie. A 4-4 non-exchange NXP Solid.
Oh man, this is where your classic video content makers will make something like the symphony of skills.
Yes,
Coming
man.
From NXP Solid, it's like a dance that it's not all together. It's layered properly,
Yeah.
especially with that Yaoi initiation.
Perfect
And we are saying
execution.
this
Yeah.
Yaoi special, and whoever pops off when it comes to the supporting roles really
Yeah.
elevates their team. Yaoi with the jump, followed up by Renegade's ultimate.
Yeah, this is how the fans love NXP. NXP knows how to layer their
Yaoi.
spells explosive in an explosive manner. And man, hate here.
Yeah.
Again, like what we expected. We're sitting here, 0-4 on the
Yeah.
main core, on the Lancelot. Totally not good news. Remember that in a way, Lancelot kind of plateaus
Yeah.
as well by the late game.
It's a problem with the Lancelot.
Yeah.
I can see that even a draft, we did say that we are so scared of this
no.
Lancelot.
Oh
We
my
were talking
God.
about how incredibly hard this is for him.
Yeah.
And he's already at 5 deaths, 7 minutes in. And Execration, you're going to blame yourselves now for drafting that Lancelot.
Yeah, man, and that is the damage we are talking about. Down for Chester. He did receive the Fatal Links. It doesn't matter. Maybe after receiving the last Insanity, it will matter. Gets the kill aside for Zapnu. And H2 would have to walk away.
Oh, man.
Man, keep on saying, man. I
The-
mean, it's what we expected on the Lancelot pick. That's the
right.
problem.
We were saying that there's
Killing
a
spree Lancelot.
there's a lot of
Not even gonna be touching the late game there.
That's right. Now Benny Cutie is gonna be pummeled down, forced to use the ultimate. The Phantom Execution is
That's good.
quite off the mark, but they still take out one. Unfortunately,
Alright.
they will not get an additional. While they badly want to give it to Hate, Hate did not have the enough range
Yeah.
for him to be able to reach Yaoi. And when
Yeah.
all things is said and done, they weren't able to give the kill to the core,
Yeah.
and that was a support death. And Nexplay Solid are not really hampered by that death. I mean,
Execration needs to be reminded of the bad blood of
Oh,
the
yeah.
of the importance of winning this match. That's
yeah, they need that anger,
Yeah.
that adrenaline back
Yeah.
in them, because it seems like they have really lost it at this game.
Yeah, look, H2 with the
nice.
bad blood against Benny. H2, he went for the dive. He did commit. Was able to walk away very quick on the finish points.
So the punishment from Execration is to just take the turtle, but that might
Yeah.
not be even given to
Oh
them.
my God,
OMB.
heartbreaking.
Heartbreak indeed.
So heartbreaking.
Everything is falling apart for
Yeah.
Execution like a house of cards. Take one away, and that's
Af-
Lancelot, and it's already over.
After one of the biggest wins for a regular season, that game number 2.
Oh,
Can
to
we see
lose
this,
like
man?
this. Talking about mental reset, not
6,000 gold lead here
Yeah.
for NXP.
And
Man.
I think that we have to go back to the draft indeed.
Yeah, social media will be so explosive this
Oh.
Friday night. Everyone will be on their phones.
It's a freaky Friday, but NXP Solid, they have solidified their case. Yawi with the jump, but...
Yeah. Remember the jump? There is the follow-up done by Renny J. H2 follows through. Yawi still alive. Was able to let his own ultimate down for Zapnu after bagging in Benny Q. But still, it's going to be Yawi saying his goodbye. Zapnu here. His immortality gets popped. Chaknu follows up. Fatal Links. Where is that? Not going to be hit already. Legendary after the double kill secured here by H2. Mega kill.
MB is feeling it. Even diving. That's another death on Hate.
Yeah.
And they have hated Hate now. It's just E2 Max, and he cannot defend.
Oh my god.
And this might be it.
It might be it. We're seeing actually the artillery minion. If no one is actually tagging no artillery minion, the defense of the base would be up. The anti-backdoor for that part. 570.
A 10,000 gold lead for NXP Solid 10 minutes in.
Man, the draft.
How the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, the draft, man.
The draft.
The draft. I would say the draft. I just on the Lancelot. I mean, it's not really so stellar seeing the Xborg there, the Lancelot. Maybe seeing something so unique, like as unique as an Alice.
Yeah.
You know, on that last pick.
NXP Solid just drafted this so well. So they go for the Kufra Link combo, which is a little bit greedy, but it works almost all the time because the idea is you pick the counter against your opponents.
I'm worrying about the performance rating here. Wolf.
Oh, that's right.
We might be seeing some bronze performance rating
We
here.
might see the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
So after the Link pick and the Link of back-to-back picks, Execration went for the Atlas as well as the Cho. We expected the Cho to be there, and we also saw that Atlas is a good pick for Execration because it might be banned out by NXP Solid. The problem was they revealed so much of their hands. So it's definitely a side lane Cho and definitely support Atlas.
Yeah.
And
very good
what you get from it is the fact that this is so all-in. It allowed NXP to just pick up that Khalid.
Yeah, Khalid. And it counters, you know, Kagura.
Right? So this is your counter against the all-in strategies because what all-in strategies do is that they jump in, they hope to get a pick-off or two, and they don't have a plan B. And
the problem about all-in strategies, they have obvious inherent weaknesses. Normally, heroes that has all-in kits are very vulnerable to pickups.
That's right.
Especially all-in compositions. And all-in compositions, they require complete sets. Yeah. If someone gets plucked out quickly, the strength of an all-in composition is easily removed here. And that's why it's now so hard for Execration because even if they went all-in here, their core will not be adept to follow up. You know, 0-6 on that. That will clearly lack in damage. Facing a Gatot Kacha for that part. You know, you got a Kufra as well.
And a 10-0-5 Ling.
And then 0-5 Ling.
That's big problem for NXP Solid now. And it's not like H2O did something that's really out of the box now. Or it's not like the best Ling performance, like skill-wise. But the fact that NXP Solid allowed H2O, #conserve H2O in this game, it's wonderful to see. And that's the complete opposite of what Execration did with channeling the hate. Yeah, they did not.
I actually want to mention. And acknowledge that NXP's competition shouldn't be as easy to go for push, but the lead is too much here, right? The lead is too much here.
It's massive.
You can expect an inhibitor going down against Execration here. Top lane is gone. Bottom lane here, at least the wave clear is complete.
Yeah.
Lord is also cleared as well by Execration, but there you go. That's what we are talking about. The lead is too much. You'd be expecting an inhibitor threat to really go down.
So they go for their airstrike to go with that ultimate from the X-Borg. The jump from the
Alright, Chaknu sets in with the Fatal Links, makes an explosive play of his own, and no one's focusing under the base. It's a shutdown against H2, ladies and gentlemen. Execration tries to answer 4. Inhibitor turned on the bottom lane, already saying goodbye, and there is gonna be it. That's a 1 and that's gonna be removed, and everyone is gone. Onto the NXP side, Execration takes the defense by wiping out Solid. And those are kind of late game timers. Those are pretty long timers.
Oh my goodness! Emotion from Execration. We were talking about this.
Oh my god, they can this. They might be able to jump this. They have enough damage. They're betting There's the minion wave. Ladies and gentlemen, they have the minions. And that's it. That's it. Oh my god.